Fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Hey, mama. If you are a mom and are tired of the wash, rinse, repeat burnout cycle of motherhood, this podcast is for you. If you feel lonely and isolated in your motherhood journey, this podcast is for you. If you feel like you have completely lost your identity since your babies were born, this podcast is for you. If you feel like every other mom has it together except for you, this podcast is for you. My name is Amanda, and I'm a life coach dedicated to teaching every mom the tools she needs to liberate herself off the back burner. I am living proof that a woman can be present and loving to her kids while also being a whole-ass person outside of being that kid's mom. The secret? Learning when to say fuck it. Oh my gosh. Welcome to this episode of Fuck It Friday. I am one of your hosts, Amanda Haro.
I'm Samantha Trujillo.
I'm Amanda Madriz.
I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Like, this is absolutely my favorite part of my podcast. And I knew it was going to be my favorite part of my podcast, like when I had the idea and you guys like agreed to it, and like living in the actual reality of it, it is, in fact, my favorite part of my podcast.
I love it.
I was thinking about that today. I was like so excited that it's like, oh, it's our Friday call.
Yeah. Hooray.
It's so good for my mental health.
It is, right?
It is,
like,
yeah.
just to have a space where we can just be real and be like, you know, this fucking sucks. This part right here, this sucks.
Yes.
And not have to worry about someone having a judgment in the back of their mind. Just having the space with you two and with everybody here listening, knowing that everyone is just like, girl, I feel you.
Yeah. Like being able to get it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just remember like when I first became a mom and I had those moments where I'm like, this sucks. Am I allowed to say that? Is that allowed to say? Because like, I didn't feel like I was allowed to. Like,
right. I know.
Punishing myself for saying like, oh, this really sucks.
Yeah. So we're all just collectively like hiding in our houses, afraid to say that it sucks. But we can all just say, it sucks. This part right here, this sucks.
This sucks.
Yes.
This sucks. Had a lot of those this week.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, then you get to start.
Also looking forward to this podcast to be able to vent about how shitty the last couple of weeks have been. Right?
Well, fill us in. What's been happening, Amanda?
I think I got to that point where my kids need to be in summer camp. Is that too soon? It's like week 2. And I'm like, I think we need to put you guys in camp. I have never been that mom. I have been very like, I'm going to be home. We're going to have a good time. You don't need to go to camp. And I don't know if my kids just hit an age officially now where I'm just like, no, I'm done. Like, you guys, this is not work. Or maybe I'm working more than I have in the past. And so it's just stressful. And I'm just like, no, we're you guys, maybe we need to go to camp. Maybe you guys need to go to camp.
Yeah, do it. Send them to camp. Is it too late to register them? That's where my brain is going. It's like, oh God, you might have missed the date to register.
I know. I'm going to have to find like a small one, but I have faith that there's something that is maybe like half a day out there that is, cause the thing is, I struggle with spending money. If I'm going to be completely honest, it's like as a stay-at-home parent who's working part-time as a coach to be like, I'm going to send you guys and spend $500 for the week for each of you to go to a camp. So that way I can have like some brain space, admittedly is a little hard for me, but I'm hoping that if I can find something that's on the cheaper end that maybe is half a day, I will take that too. Like, I'll be like, great. Yeah. Half a day. Go.
Well, you know what? I'm actually so glad that you said that because personally, I would really love if stay-at-home moms would release that guilt from themselves. And just think about the difference. If you are listening to this and you're a stay-at-home mom or like some kind of hybrid capacity of like you stay at home with your children all the like most of the time, if just think of the difference in your sanity and in your stress levels, if you just put your kids in daycare or a camp or preschool or like whatever thing, if you put them somewhere else one day a week or half a day, just think about like, and let that be okay. Like, why do we have to put it on ourselves of like, well, I'm at home, so it really should be 100% on me, even though it's really hard and I'm burning myself out. I feel guilty asking for help, because that's basically what you're doing, right? You're paying for help. Right. Why should you feel guilty about that?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And I think too, like now, so often we tell ourselves this story. Hold on, sir. We tell ourselves this story that like, I'm supposed to do it all by myself. But if we look at history, we've never been doing it all ourselves. Like the families were extended families, all living together or very close together.
Yes.
And that's not how the dynamic of the world looks right now. So you need to find whatever that version of that is for yourself. Like I moved to Texas to be closer to my mom, to where I can literally just, let's all go to mom's house, and I don't leave them there. We just hang out, but it's just nice because my mom plays with them and I'm like, they're leaving me alone.
Yeah, it gives you a break.
Doing that, like exactly, that's my solution for that. It's just like, because I don't feel like going through the hassle of finding a program or a daycare or any of that, and the stress it would add on my 5-year-old as she is right now. It's just like, that's not worth it to me. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what's the solution look like? Oh, it looks like me just going to my mom's house. My mom gets to make me lunch and the kids leave me alone because my mom entertains them for whatever reason. And it works. Like, I don't have to cook for myself. I get to eat somebody else's food. They get to be fed by somebody else. And I just get a mental break for a little while and I get to talk to another adult. So it's like, that works for me. Like that's brought that like energy back to me. But that was like, that's what came up for me when I was like, I need to find something and this works.
Yes, exactly. But like, I'm like, to your point, Samantha, historically speaking, we didn't do it all ourselves. It's just that this modern iteration of humans where we have this idea, I don't know where it came from, but like that we're supposed to do it 100% on our own. And it's just, no, the math does not math.
No, it's not mathing. It is not mathing. No. And I had planned to go on a trip this summer, to go back home for a few weeks. And so there was like an intention of like getting through a couple of weeks and then having a break by going home and breaking up the summer that way. And there's a lot of family drama at home, and I will not be going home this summer. But not having that now is like, oh, so now I'm just dying. So what am I going to do? I have to figure out another plan to get through the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And maybe that's exactly right. Like that's your plan, is the half a day of summer camp here and there. Like something. I need to drop you off. Okay. Just go away.
Yes, exactly.
And I really have. I've done it before. And I don't remember summers being like so soon already being this level of irritability, let's call it.
Yeah. But like it changed for me, my capacity, it changes based on their age too, because some ages are just harder than others. Like they just are. And the hard age changes with my kids. So like
they're not all the same hard age at the same time. Right.
No. And it's like, I can't count, like my 11-year-old right now is like, this is very difficult. Like 11 is like, I'm really looking forward to celebrating her 12th birthday. Let's fucking move on. This year sucks. Okay. I'm done with 11, but it wasn't like that with my oldest when she was 11.
Right. Yeah. I know. That's wild. That's crazy. And like in some respects they're easier, but like, right now, I'm just like, ooh, we need to do something. I can't just have you home all day and trying to work, because then all you do is like, we're just getting on each other's nerves, me trying to get work done, and then me trying to have some peace and quiet, and then me trying to do something fun with you. Like you can't do all of those in the same day.
No.
All of those in the same day.
No, and that's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Like, pick and choose which ones you want to let go of. That's my, that's my lifestyle now. It's just like, and like you were saying, like the different seasons of life, like whatever, like there's so many reasons that it just becomes harder unexpectedly. And I expect it to continuously go through those seasons. And I think that's one of the biggest mindset shifts for me, is like, it's okay that it feels hard right now. And tomorrow it might feel easy. Like,
right.
Who knows?
Yeah. Yes.
It's just like, because it feels hard doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong here, or that there's something going on that is unexplainable. It's just like, sometimes I'm the a-hole, sometimes they are.
Yeah, exactly.
We both have equal blame in this situation. Right?
Yes, exactly. I always say, like, humans are just assholes sometimes, and kids are tiny humans. So sometimes they are also tiny assholes. Like, it's okay to just say that and admit it. Like, sometimes my kid is a tiny asshole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sometimes
For sure. Like I said, I think I told you last time that I actually had to Google it at one point because I didn't want to say it out loud again. That was like before I gave myself permission to say these things. I'm just going to type it into the computer, then no one will know.
No one will know.
Turn on my search history.
Google will hide all my secrets.
Yeah. Do it in the incognito mode.
Oh my God.
How much longer is this going to suck? Google it.
Yes.
Oh, incognito mode. I'm dead.
I mean, it's clear that I actually did that. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's why it's funny. It's true.
I didn't want anybody to know what I was searching for.
That's so funny. It's so funny because we're all in our individual houses, dying inside, and we're all wondering the same thing, but we're too fucking scared to just say it out loud. And if we said it out loud, we would find our people and our tribe and our community to help support us, and we won't feel so crazy and alone.
Well, even if I had just said it to myself out loud, like, it would have been such a relief. But I was like, even too scared to do that. Like, I was like, no, you cannot say those things out loud. No. Somebody's going to hear. What if there's a recording device?
They are going to
There's a recording device.
I have an Alexa in my house. Who knows who she's talking to?
Oh, God.
I will say though, like, in that realm of like creating evidence for yourself, there was a significant shift in my mood yesterday, which was the first day in 2 weeks that I got time away from my kids. In 2 weeks, I went out yesterday for half of the day, and I was with other women, and I was having conversations, and I was not doing the mom thing. And I felt so much better when I got home. So much better. And my husband's like, you sound better. I was like, I know. I had time away today.
Yeah.
I was so much better. I don't need that glass of wine, you know? Like, I was so much better.
Yes, exactly. We don't really need like very much. It's not like we need to like abandon our children, you know, and like get rid of them for a month or something. Like, it doesn't need to be anything extreme. It's usually just like a few hours. Like, we just need like a little pocket of time to ourselves.
Yeah. What's funny is like, I used to get so excited when I got to go to the grocery store alone. Like, like, just that, like, even like it's an errand, but I get to do it alone without having to like stop grabbing that off the shelves.
Oh my God.
Yes.
But yeah, like, even just that, like, oh, okay, it's just me again. I'm not,
I get to be a human.
Having my little attachments to me. It's just me. I get to be myself for just a minute. And that's all I needed was just a minute to be myself, which is one of the reasons I really started having that alone time in the mornings. Just to, I found like that was one of the biggest helpful things when I was in the midst of all of the other drama. It was just like, okay, just go sit quietly by yourself before they come down, before they wake up, before anything. Just have a minute, drink your coffee, drink your tea, whatever I'm drinking that morning. But it was just like, when I started giving myself that gift, it was just like, oh, okay. I'm starting to feel like me again. It was just like that clear minute to think of just like, oh, okay, I get to think about what I need and what I want without somebody telling me that they need something absolutely right now in this moment.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Having like starting my day off with just myself in the morning every day.
Key, you guys.
Such a game changer.
Such a game changer. I didn't realize that until later. My sister told me to do that. And I was like, what? She's like, yes. Wake up before your kids. Have half an hour to yourself.
Yeah, it's literally just like half an hour. Yeah,
it makes such a difference. But I think one of the biggest struggles that I have with being with my kids, and I still haven't been able to coach myself past it, is this idea of like, you have to be on when you're with your kids.
No.
And it's like, that's why it's so exhausting, because it's like, oh, I'm at their beck and call. They need me to do this, then I need to go do that. Like, they need my attention. Like, it's draining because I have this perspective of being on when I'm with them. And it's like, well, you're on for 2 weeks, for example. Like, these 2 weeks, you're on for 2 weeks straight. Like, no wonder I was in such a bad mood.
Yes.
Today, even though I was on in a different way, I was technically off being as present as a mother as I usually am when I'm with my kids. It's really hard.
Yeah, fuck that. You do not need to be on all the time.
Yes, there's the first one. Yeah. F it to being on in quotation marks all the time. No.
Yeah, like just because you're awake does not mean that your children get to have access to you 100% of the time. Because think about it, like, what other person do we give that to?
Nobody.
Because it's just, no, you don't get access. You don't have unlimited access to me and my energy and my reserves and my attention and all that shit just because I'm awake and you're awake.
Right.
No.
Yeah. And I got to the point too where, like, with mine, I actually say, like, out loud to them, I'm like, nope, mommy needs a minute. So we're just all going to relax here and we're going to stay calm. I'll get you what you need shortly. But, like, it's just giving myself that 5 minutes to be off, essentially. Like, I need an off 5 minutes and then I will get back to you.
Yes. Yeah. It's fucking crucial. It's absolutely crucial. Like, you guys know I just came back from this, and anyone listening, I just came back from a very long road trip. I was about to call it a vacation. It was not a vacation. It was a dance competition. It was a week-long dance competition. That is not a vacation. But I drove 40 to 44 hours round trip with my girls by myself. And the day after, I had 3 of them with me. The other one stayed with her dad that night because she just was done with being with her sisters. And I totally get it. It was a lot of togetherness. But I had the other 3 with me the day after we got back because he needed to buy groceries. I was like, dude, I just got back from, like, being gone for 12 days. And you think I have groceries? I have a pack of salami in the fridge right now that is past its expiration date, but it hasn't been opened yet. So that's what we're surviving off of today. You don't have groceries?
Right.
That is another subject. Fucking go shopping in advance. Why do you keep waiting? Anyways.
Or take them with you. We have to do it.
Yeah, just take them to the store, man. I do it.
Those of you listening did not get to see my face, but it was death. My face was just death at that comment. Yeah, that.
I literally just talked about how nice it is for me to be able to go to the grocery store by myself, which means you can take them with you.
Yeah, exactly. Or you could plan. We were gone for 12 days. The fuck were you doing? What were you doing? You had no children for 12 days.
For 12 days. That is a vacation.
Damn it. Anyways, that day I was in bed and my 7-year-old kept coming and, like, wanting my attention. And I talked to her for a little bit. She's such a chatty Cathy. I love her so much, but she just whenever she's in the car by herself with me, like, her sisters will usually be like, yay, I get to listen to what I want to listen to on Spotify instead of having to listen to everybody's stuff. Ozzy will just be like, can we just talk? Can we just turn the music off and just talk? Like, she just wants to talk all the time. And so, like, I talked to her a couple of times, but then I stopped it. I was like, Oz, whatever you're going to say to me is the last thing you're going to say to me. And then you are going to go and do something. I don't care what it is, but I'm reading today. I'm just resting and reading. Yeah. Go talk to your sisters. Go. You have unlimited tablet time, kid. Go outside. Go catch some wild bunnies. No.
I like that. Go catch some wild bunnies.
That's what they've been doing with their free time. The younger 3, they like to go and try to catch wild bunnies. Thank God they haven't actually caught any yet. Because I already told them, I'm like, we're not keeping any. If you happen to catch any, we're not keeping them.
No, that is a wild bunny. Go put it back in the wild.
Right? Please. Yeah, they just hop around our neighborhood. And then we did an Airbnb in South Carolina for nationals, and somebody had outdoor cats, and my kids kept calling the younger three, not my oldest, but they kept calling them wild cats. And I was like, they're outdoor cats.
No,
there's literally nothing wild about that cat.
No, it's just, and my friend was listening to them talk about these wild cats that they're chasing and trying to catch. And she was just like, they're just outdoor cats. And Aria was like, yeah, but they go in the woods. And she's like, yeah, so do you. It doesn't make you feral. You still have a home to come to.
Those wild kids.
Wild kids out and about. Be careful.
Yes. Wild kids catching wild rabbits.
Oh my God, my camera. There it goes. Yeah. Wild cats.
Gosh.
Wild cats.
Oh my.
Wild bunnies and
That's
wild
hilarious.
cats and wild children. So funny. Did she listen to you though? Because if I said something like your daughter, like, did she actually leave you alone at that point? Because I feel like there is this moment where my children would actually, not for very long, but just kind of like be hurt that I like shooed them away. It's like, oh, you don't want to be with me right now? And I'm like, no, I don't. I need a break. And
yeah, no,
like,
she has that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, off you fuck.
Totally. Yes.
It's okay for you to be hurt.
Yes.
Hurt is a normal feeling.
Go,
off, you fuck.
Yeah.
And no, she does not always listen to me sometimes. Like, I've actually had to literally physically remove her from my room, close it, and lock the door. And then she sits outside the door and cries for a bit. Then she gets bored of crying and she goes away. So no, she does not always listen, but it's just like a boundary that I've been setting for a while now of just like, look, kid, just because I'm awake does not mean that you get to have all of me whenever you want it.
It's so exhausting.
It is.
And I know I've done it to myself, right? Like I've made this bed for myself, but it's definitely just like getting to the point now where I'm like, I think I'm done. I'm done doing this way right now. We're gonna turn off for a little bit. I'm not gonna do this like this anymore.
Yeah, no, and you've done it to yourself, but like we're socialized to do this to ourselves. Sure. So please be very gracious with, like, be very compassionate and hold like so much grace for yourself as you are unraveling this, because like, yes, you did it to yourself, but you were also like socially programmed to do this to yourself.
That's a good reminder.
No one gave you any other tools.
Yeah. Facts.
Cool. Yeah. And I think for like with mine, I mean, they have access to me 24/7 basically, but like that saying it out loud, like, I need a minute. I need you guys to leave me alone for a few minutes, please. Saying that out loud. And I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable of hurting their feelings.
That. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause that was where the biggest struggle for me. Cause like seeing them hurting, seeing them processing, I need to get comfortable. Cause like, I don't like doing that for myself. I don't like processing my emotions. That's like hard. Ooh. Why would I want to do that? So like watching them.
I don't know,
like,
life coach. Why would you want to do that?
I know. Yeah, exactly. Like I had to, that's what I mean. Like I say it now and it's like, wow, that makes zero sense. But like, that was what my brain was telling me for the longest time. And then like, I know now, like, okay, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm uncomfortable for a reason. Like, why am I uncomfortable? Why do I like my reason for being uncomfortable? Mm-hmm. And what is it teaching them? Like those are the like three things I really had to wrap my head around when it came to like, I need a minute. I need to take care of me for a minute. Yeah. No, you cannot bother me while I'm in the shower. Leave me alone. Yep. Mom, look at this thing. Okay, that's wonderful. Go away.
Like, yep. I will like, look later.
Idea, like, I had to like get okay with hurting their feelings a tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah.
Because I know in the long run, like, okay, this is just making me uncomfortable. But they're going to get better at processing their emotions than I ever was. And two, social graces, people.
Yeah. Like, how are they supposed to know where your line is? And when they find that line and you tell them, hey, this is my line. Yeah, it's going to hurt them, but that's not a problem.
For sure.
Yeah. And like, they're going to learn, oh, okay, I need to look for this in the world of talking to regular people that aren't mom.
Yes, exactly. They won't.
Mom lets me push all these limits, but normal people, they won't.
Right. Exactly. They won't just go into the world expecting adults to give them everything 100% of the time.
All the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say that there is something to be said for like drawing that line firmly sometimes, because I have noticed in my own world where I'm like, nice, 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 yell. They don't listen until they yell.
Yes. I think that was my most favorite impression of what I look like.
And I will say, like, out of a place of like, you lose your patience, and you have to again have grace for that too. But I specifically remember this instance where they're asking me something, and Dad's literally right next to them. I'm like, can you just ask your dad that? He's literally right next to you. Versus like, hey babe, Dad's right next to you. They wouldn't listen to like, hey babe, Dad's right next to you. Why don't you ask him? Because next time they will still ask me, even though. So, like, there is something to, like, yes, you have to have grace for yourself. You do lose your patience, and it's not ideal to lose your patience, but sometimes that's actually really effective. Because you have to be like, why are you asking me? Dad's right there. Dad is literally sitting right next to you. And they get hurt because you threw attitude, but also then they learn next time, like, oh, that's right, Mama was mad at me last time, so maybe I should have just asked Dad.
Yes. Yeah. There is a time and a place to lose your shit a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes that is what, to your point, gets the message across.
Okay. That's okay. Hold on. Sorry, they're yelling now. I lost my train of thought. I was literally talking about losing trains of thought earlier today. It'll come back to me at the wrong moment.
There is no wrong moment for it to come back to you. Just let it out when it comes.
Oh, hold on. Somebody needs my attention.
There you go.
Of course. Exhibit A.
What are you saying fuck it to this week, now that I've taken up like 26 minutes of our time here?
How dare you, Amanda? How dare you in this space that we are equally sharing? How dare you take up any of it? It's fine. And you brought up some really good points. God, what am I saying fuck it to? I'm saying fuck it to I'm saying fuck it to fake eyelashes for dance. I find those fucking things everywhere. I find them literally everywhere. They're so and like putting them on my 7-year-old.
Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference from your perspective as an audience member.
I know, because my 9-year-old just chose to not wear hers when she was performing. We got there and they're supposed to be hair and makeup ready when we get to the venue. Mm-hmm. And that didn't happen exactly. I still had to do Laurelyn's eyelashes, change her earrings, Ozzy's something, I think her lips and her ear. I don't remember what we needed to do, but like and then the instructors were like, okay, let's go. We're going to like go run these routines and stuff. So like get in your costumes, let's go. And I had like barely enough time to like slap some eyelashes on her, maybe if everything goes according to plan. And I was like, Laurelyn, do you want your eyelashes or are you just over it? She's like, I'm over it. And I'm like, fine, that's fine. And when she was on stage, you know what? I could still see her fucking eyes. I could still see her eyes because they're your eyes.
Yes, I don't get it. I don't get the idea.
She was wearing mascara, so that probably helped. I think for like the little one, my 7-year-old, but Ozzy knows how to she knows how to put mascara on. So like, I was just going to say, I don't know if putting mascara on a 7-year-old would be worse or better than the fake eyelashes. But oh my God, I'm just and I literally find them everywhere. I found them on my Stanley. I found them in blankets. I found them underneath my foot. My 11-year-old thought one was a bug and she smacked it and then it was stuck to her hand. And she's like, oh, Mom, I thought this was a bug.
Everybody's equally done with it.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. I'm fucking done with fake eyelashes on children. Done with that.
Oh, that's so funny.
Also done with buns with no bun form. That's like a new trend. We haven't done buns for any of the competitions. And then for nationals, they were like, let's change some things. And the moms are like, no, why? Because now we have to like think about, wait, was this one where we're supposed to do this weird bun thing? But it's a bun without a bun form. It's
What is
that? Why? The bun form, it creates a perfect bun every time, and it helps it to stay in place. So like Ozzy, her hair is like shoulder length. She doesn't have hardly enough hair to do like a wraparound bun. And I had to do it. We didn't have a ton of time in between that change. And they scheduled the little ones at night. Her performances they started at like 6 p.m. and then ended at 9 p.m.
Oh my God.
I was like, why would you schedule the little ones at night? Like my oldest, my 13-year-old had her solo earlier that day. I was like, this needs to be flip-flopped. I know they want to get like their soloists and their duets and trios done. Like just get it all done before they go into groups. And I get that, but you cannot schedule petites at the very end of the night. Like they are so done. Wow. And their lyrical was the 9 p.m. one. And that was the one with the bun. And she was furious because the bobby pins, she wasn't used to it. Like I said, we haven't done fucking buns all season. And then they're just like, quick, let's change it for nationals to give it a more seamless look. I'm like, the pony is fine. But she
now I'm like, what do no form buns look like? Let me look it up.
Yeah,
I get real buns, like bread buns. It's not a hairstyle.
It's just like this loosey goosey bun, and it doesn't really like stay in place because there's nothing really to help hold it. But she was taking bobby pins out as they were running their dance, and she was glaring at me the whole time. That kid pulled out 5 fucking bobby pins before she went on stage. I swear to God, it was being held on by the hairnet, and that's it. I was just watching her up there perform, and I'm like, just please don't fall. I wasn't even watching her like dance. I was looking at her bun the whole time. I'm like, please don't fall. Please don't fall. The hairnet. Come on. Hold strong hairnet.
You needed a hairnet to hold it in. Like, what in the world?
The hairnet goes around the bun to keep like the sticky, the things sticking out. But yeah, like she pulled out 5 bobby pins. There was like one more that was stuck in there when I went to go take it out. It was holding on by a hairnet. It was ridiculous.
Holding on by a hairnet.
So I would like to say fuck it to the no bun form bun because it's stupid, and fake eyelashes because they are also stupid.
Oh man, I'm so glad we talked about fake eyelashes. Again. They are the worst, like just in general. Like,
yeah, they make your eyelids feel so heavy. I hate them as an adult.
I can't even. No, like I said, I tried. I think I tried when I was practicing my wedding makeup. I was like, okay, let's see if we can make this work. And I was like, no, this is stupid.
It is stupid. It is absolutely stupid.
I like tantrumed.
So do my kids.
Why they're everywhere in your house.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then she's like all pissed off about the fucking bun, and she's starting to cry. I'm like, nope, don't cry. Don't cry. Your makeup's going to smear. Don't cry.
Don't do it.
Don't cry. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold it in. Great lessons I'm teaching.
You're going to make your eyelashes come off.
Gary's going to run.
Well, they also have like eyeshadow on. They have a smoky eye.
Yeah. I remember when I did choral in high school, we had a Mary Kay representative come and teach us how to do makeup for stage makeup. It was all like we looked awful, but on stage it was fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stage makeup is crazy looking.
Smoky eye.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I feel like, do the eyelashes even make a difference?
That's
if you're
why
doing
I don't think eyelashes do
stage?
make a difference. And it's kind of a line. Like, why are you going to have 7-year-olds learning how to put eyelashes on? That's unnecessary.
The 7-year-olds aren't putting the eyelashes on. The mothers are pinning them down and putting the eyelashes on.
Yeah.
Choke hold.
Get on.
It's so funny funny because the very first competition at the beginning of the season, I had so much more patience for her. Just getting her to stay still long enough to get the makeup on her face is a joke. But like at the beginning of the season, comparatively to like me at nationals where I had no fucks left to give, like at the beginning of the season, I was doing this like, okay, close your eyes and pretend you're at a beach and like stroking her nose. And I'm just like, just listen to the waves. Just listen to the waves. And like doing this whole fucking thing. And then at nationals, I was just like, Oz, you just have to do it. You just have to do it. Do not cry. Stop it. Like, no fucking patience left.
Oh my gosh. No, thank you.
Seriously, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So we went through a lot of fake eyelashes in that week and I found them everywhere. I'm sure the Air BnB host found some rogue ones that I missed. Okay. This is the first time that I've done an Air BnB and she left me a review as like as a guest, because I guess you can do that. And her comment was, the house was left a little bit messy, but nothing was permanently damaged. So I'd host again. I was like, bitch, what condition did you expect the house? Was I supposed to clean it? Was I supposed to like deep clean? I thought that was your job.
Right.
I didn't leave trash anywhere. Like all of the trash was in the trash can and I took the kitchen trash out to the curb. I gathered all of the towels and put them into the laundry room. One of my daughters started her period while she was sitting on the white bar stool. So I took that cover off and I pre-treated it with hydrogen peroxide. I put it in the washing machine and I sent her a message letting her know like what happened. So she would know that like what the stain was. And I'd already treated it with this. And the trash was in the trash can. I took the trash out. I didn't scrub the countertops or she had a glass top table for the dining room, which is stupid. Like, of course there was fucking handprints everywhere because it's a glass tabletop. I didn't scrub that because in my mind, if I'm an Airbnb host, I'm going to go in and sanitize all the surfaces. Even if it looks clean, I'm going to go through and sanitize. I'm going to go through and vacuum everything. So I didn't sweep the crumbs off the kitchen floor because I'm like, you're going to have to vacuum anyways. Why should I have to do it?
That stuff? I don't understand.
Thank you. I don't understand what she thought was like an unacceptable mess.
What is your definition of messy?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Because
I go straight to she does not have children.
Yeah, right.
But I was like, bitch, if you thought that was messy, I did clean up a little bit before we left.
Did she want it? Did she want it to look like what it looked like when you checked in? Because that's not
my job.
No,
hotels or Airbnbs work. It's not, that's your job. Like you're the owner. You're the one that brings the people in, or you go in and clean it yourself.
Yeah. So I have no idea what her definition of mess. Like I have no idea. Yeah. But apparently I was messy. I left the house a little messy for her standards. I was like,
so I'm going to say F it to her. For you.
So
F it to that host.
Right. It's like, and I left her a nice review. Like, cause the way that the reviews work is like, you can't see their review
until you
review.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, well, I kind of want to take my review back now.
Right? Ugh, you're the worst. Oh, Lord. No, I did an Airbnb for my honeymoon. And I don't remember the review that I got, if I got one. But I do remember that process of like, you have to wait until it's your turn. You can't see what they said about you until you write what you're going to say about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that part of it. But I wasn't called messy. I even forgot some stuff in the fridge. And
okay, I did forget some stuff in the fridge too. So
maybe that's the messy.
Maybe that was the mess, but I guess.
So the lady just called me and she's like, hey, you forgot. I'm like, oh gosh, we're already like a million miles away. I'm sorry. You could just throw it away. I completely forgot. Yes, I hear you.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. F it too. It's all based off of the last week that I just experienced.
You need a break. Like you need a vacation from your vacation.
It wasn't a vacation. That's the problem. I need an actual vacation.
That was work. That was work.
Yeah, like dance competitions in general are already like a whole fucking thing. It is very exhausting. And usually they're like a weekend. And this was a whole week. We had something to do every single day because I have 3 dancers on 3 different dance lines. Like we were busy. It's exhausting. And sometimes you're there from 7:30 in the morning until the last dance at 9 p.m. at night. It's exhausting.
Wow.
That's all I have for that.
So if my children ever get in a mood and they're like, you never do anything for us, I'm like, bitch, please. I will have none of that.
Do you remember that Air BnB where I got called messy?
Yeah.
What was that for?
Right. Exactly. What did I deal with that bitch for? No, they were all very grateful
so
and like said thank you so many times. I love my kids. They're very sweet, and they did great. They did really great at the competition.
Yay.
My oldest, this is her first year having a solo. And like this nationals was really hard. We had some studios that were like dance mom status, like 2 of their group routines got perfect scores, which hasn't happened in 20 years. Like there was some really, really, really talented dancers who are probably going to need a lot of therapy for what they're going through right now to make them such great dancers. And my daughter, as a first-time soloist, placed 8th at nationals.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of her.
Wow. Congratulations to her.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what goes into all of that, but still 8th place. That's awesome for, you said first time, right?
Yeah. First-time soloist. And she's competing against
the top 10. That's awesome.
Kids who are really, they're very good. And they've been doing it a lot longer than she has. And they have really strict teachers and parents.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah.
Something tells me those are not your mom friends. You're like, this is not my vibe.
No, that's not our studio. If it was, like, we wouldn't be there. That's not how our studio is run. We still do really well though, overall. And we're all kind of like mutually agreed, like, we're not going to do that to the kids to make them excellent. Like it still needs to have a balance of it. It's fun. Like this is for fun. Mm-hmm. Us moms are volunteers. Like,
yeah.
Anytime I get like start getting stressed about like any of the details, I always remind myself, this is for fun and I'm a volunteer.
Oh yeah.
Yes. There you go. 100%. Yeah. That actually kind of reminded me, I guess the only thing I was trying to think as we were prepping for the call, I was just excited for the call and recording this. And I was like, what do I have to say F it to? And I think the only thing I came up with was literally when things stop being fun, F it.
Yes.
That was what like my whole vibe this month has been is like all these things that I can't even think of a specific example, but like there were so many things that I was just putting these rules in place and they were making it impossible to enjoy anything. And I was just like, okay, F that. I got to stop this. Like, stop giving me these stupid rules, brain. You're making it hard. Yeah. And like when I caught wind of like what was happening, like I just spent the whole month like clean sweeping everything. And so just been trying to have more fun in the things that I'm doing every day. And I think that's probably like we have the summer camp this month that's going so fun. And then like these calls are like all these things that I'm like, oh, these are so much fun. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, I like that. That's just clean sweep it. Get rid of the boring stuff and the stupid stuff and the stuff I hate and just all fun.
Yes.
That's what my calendar is going to look like.
Yes, exactly. Because life is too fucking short to not enjoy it. Like, what is the point of life at the end of it? If all you did was just like grind and shame yourself. Yes. What was the point of your life?
Yeah. And that's like the realization I came to was like, and I think so much of it was just like that residual military mindset. Like, oh, we have to do these things. I think is like all of that kind of finally undoing because I'm 3 years retired now. So it's just like all of that's kind of starting to unravel. Yeah. And it's like, what is happening? Like, what was I doing for 20 years? Why did I do that to myself?
Did you go straight into the military like after high school or college? Or?
No, I was about a year and a half after I graduated high school, I was working, and I came to the decision when the place I was working at, it had like career opportunities and like growth opportunities. But I was like, if my dad was working there too, but he was getting let go, and there was a couple other people, they were doing all this downsizing. And I was like, if I get downsized, what am I going to do? Just like, I need something. And I was like, I don't want to go to school. I don't know what I want to go to school for. I don't want to waste my time going to school. I don't have money for college. So what am I going to do? Oh, well, I grew up in a military household. Let's see what that's like. And that was that. And 2 weeks later, I'm off in basic training.
Okay.
And that's the end of that story. 20 years later, here I am undoing all of these unhelpful mindsets. All these things that led to all that anxiety and like the go, like, oh, I have to be going. Otherwise, I'm not, what am I doing? And
right.
It's like, oh,
you're not worth anything.
I'm just enjoying being a mom and enjoying life with my kids and enjoying life not in the oh, that's what I get to do now. Okay. I see that. I see you.
Yeah.
All of those things are just like all of a sudden clicking for me. And it's just because like I never took that moment to probably process a lot of the things that I needed to process in those times. Just avoid it. Just stay over there, emotions. I don't need you right now.
Right.
We're not doing this right now.
Yeah, we're not doing this right now. We still have 15 years to go, okay?
You can come out in 15 years. Yeah. And one at a time, not all at once.
Yes, not all. It didn't work that way. It's just like the kids. They all came battling into me.
Because I think it's so helpful to even hear it's like, oh, I actually don't think I'm having any fun right now. I need to check that. We need to do more fun too. So it's so helpful for you to share that, because I'll take that as homework for myself and be like, oh yeah, let's do more fun. Let's do more fun for sure.
Yeah, I started asking myself on the things where I start noticing like I'm getting overwhelmed or stressed. I just started asking myself, what would actually make this fun, or what would make this enjoyable, and just asking myself that and like pausing for 2 seconds. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just doing this. I'm making this bigger than it needs to be. Like getting out the door. I make it like, oh, we have to get out the door right now. Right. And most of the time we don't. Right. Most of the time, if I don't get out the door right this instant,
what's going to happen?
It's okay. I plan it out enough time to where there's like a good window and we'll still get there with plenty of time. Yes. Even if like my son decides to take all of his clothes off as we're walking out the door because he wants to go pee and he needs to do it naked.
Yep.
All these things. I was just like, I'm not, yes. But I'm like, I'm making this harder on myself right now because I'm still playing these old stories in my head and they're not even true right now. And it's like, once I really noticed all of that happening, it's just like, okay, F that.
Yes.
What's going to make this fun?
I noticed myself doing that with my road trip, which is like, it's not a flight. I don't have to go and be at the airport at a certain time to catch, like, it's not that, but I just had it in my mind that like, oh, we should leave as early as possible. So that way I can get in the 10 hours of driving and, be there by 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or, something like that. But the day before, I had a bunch of like the week before, really, I had a bunch of like automations to set up for my business for Mom Summer Camp, which if you are listening to this, quick segue, come join us in Mom Summer Camp because it has been so much fun. But I had all these automations to set up and stuff for my podcast. And I also didn't leave enough room in my schedule to actually do all of that. I was recording other podcasts, which was so stupid. But anyways, live and learn. So the day before we were supposed to leave, I was like, it was 9 p.m. and I'm still writing some of these emails and we hadn't packed yet. So it's just like, we're not leaving at 6 a.m. because I know myself and like some people can go without sleep. I do not function. If I do not get at least 8 hours, I don't function. And I'm like, I'm making the decision right now, 9 p.m. at my desk, that getting 8 hours of sleep is the priority. So yeah, we didn't leave to go on our road trip until 11 a.m. And there was a part of my brain that was like, you're already failing at this. You're already behind schedule. And I was just like, wait, it's a fucking road trip. There's no schedule. Fuck off.
No. Yes. Yeah. I do the same thing. Like I stopped doing it now. I think that's probably one of the first places I really noticed it was getting ready for like our RV trips. It's like we don't have to be there at a certain time.
Yeah.
I have to like calm down. Like we can't even check in to the RV lot until a certain time. So calm it down, sassy pants. Like, take it down a notch, brain. Okay, we're okay.
Yes.
Like, but yeah, it was just like I'd be so stressed out, and then it would be just make that first day awful. It's like, why am I doing this to myself? Like,
right.
what is the big deal? And it's like there is no big deal. I'm just telling myself that we need to do these things right now at this moment, and it's making it hard for me to enjoy it. And then it makes like so much of it just gets wrapped up in that. And it's like, slow down, sassy pants. Let's get it together, brain.
Yep.
We're fine. We're going to get out the door at just the right time. We're going to get where we're going at just the right time.
Yes.
And I'm really good at planning. So calm it down.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, and it just like the way to be able to do that with your brain is to already have a very clear idea of your values and what's actually important, because in that moment, all of the things that I wanted to happen were not going to happen. I needed to be able to make the decisions of like what I'm letting go. And the only way that you can effectively do that is if you already in advance have decided what your values are. So like for me, my values are sleep. Sleep is so fucking important for me. And setting up the automations for my business and for mom summer camp and stuff, like that was super important to me. It's important to me to maintain what I've like this momentum that I already have with my business of showing up in these specific ways. That's important to me. So we're letting everything else go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was just like, I don't like this anger and frustration that's constantly simmering under for stuff that it's like, what is that sitting there for? Right. Oh, it's sitting there for nothing but whatever my brain is telling me.
Yes.
Like, and it's like, okay, what do I want this to I want this to be more fun. So what does it look like me chasing them and telling them to go sit on the magic carpet? And like, I'm actually having fun getting them out the door. I mean, it still gets to that point where it's like, okay, I'm done having fun with you guys. Get out. Yes. I'm done with the fun. Let's go.
Get your shoes on.
But yeah, like it's much calmer and more fun for me to be able to like, oh, okay, now we're going where we're going, and we actually get to have fun when we're there because I'm not sitting there simmering down the whole drive. Like I don't have to spend all this time undoing all of the anger and frustration that was building up. I just get to be. It's like, okay, we're good.
Yep,
we're good. Settle down.
Yes.
So that was my only effort to the month, is effort to the lies that my brain keep telling me about what life is supposed to look like and when I want to have more fun.
Yes, that's such a beautiful one. I love that.
That's mine for the month, I think.
Nice.
A good one.
Amanda, did you have any other ones?
Not really. I kind of am just tired of, I honestly want to be like, fuck my brain, just in general. But in the essence of trying to like have some self-compassion, I think I've been seeing my brain do so much so clearly lately that I'm just like tired of it. I'm just like, why? Like, why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Like, you see that you don't have to go anywhere. Like, why are you still pestering me to go somewhere? Like, can we just let it go? So, I'm just in this realm of trying to be kinder to myself right now and not say fuck it to my brain, but honestly deep down I'm like, fuck my brain, just like fuck my brain. I'm done with it.
I do that. Like it makes me feel good to say it to the thoughts that are unhelpful. I don't say it to myself, but like when I see a thought, I'm like, no, F you, get out of here.
Yep.
Like I've that's become a part of my process because like that's works for me.
Yeah.
No, F you, get out of here. And like when I do that, like it's almost like I feel liberated from it because it's like, oh yeah, you're a stupid thought, get out of here.
Yes.
But like when it's like the good stuff and like it reinforces like, okay, brain, you see what we just did there? We're not doing that anymore. But like I literally have a like heart to heart in the rudest way with my brain when I see some of those thoughts. Like I literally say, calm it down, sassy pants sometimes.
Yeah.
Knock it off, sassy pants, okay? Like,
and there's so much liberation that happens in those moments where you have those frank conversations with your own brain.
Yes, like because like I'm doing it from an actual place of love. It's not like I'm just being mean to myself in those moments.
Yeah,
and that's where
like the differentiation
for me came from is that I'm saying this to you in this tone with this attitude because I love you.
Yes.
And what you're doing makes no sense.
You don't need to do this.
Yeah. So like, I think that's where like the differentiation with like where I used to bully myself versus now I'm bullying the stupid thoughts. Like, get out of here. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes. Being able to separate yourself from the stupid thoughts.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was with the biggest that's been the biggest help, I think, is like I am still allowed to be mean to myself, but from that place of love versus being mean to myself from that place of mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It makes a difference for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was hearing
It's okay, you can say that.
a background noise while you guys were talking, and it sounded like a trickling like water or something. And I was like, did Samantha's kids turn the faucet on and like not turn it off all the way? It is my fucking dog licking himself. Chewbacca, stop it. Stop. That's what it was.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm the problem.
Nope, it wasn't my kids this time.
Nope, it was mine. My oldest one. Goddamn dog. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that does it for this month of Fuck It Friday.
Mm-hmm. I feel relieved from all the laughing at the ridiculousness of motherhood.
Yes. I feel complete. Saying fuck it to all the things as dance mom that I don't like.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for being here with us. Come join us in Mom Summer Camp. I will put the link for that in the show notes, and we will see you next month. I almost said week again. Damn it. Next month.
They'll see you.
Are you living your one wild life to the fullest? You're not? Why the fuck not? What are you waiting for? The time to live is now, mama. Do not wait until your youngest is in college. Let your dreams hire me for an hour so I can explain how I can help you achieve any goal in your life. You've put yourself off long enough. It's time to pour into you. The link to schedule your 60-minute complimentary consultation is in my show notes. Join the community of Fuck It Moms by following me on Instagram and Facebook at Fuck It Mothering. That's fuck without the U. So FCK It Mothering. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss your weekly encouragement. And please rate, review, comment, and share. All of these things help with the algorithms, so that way when other overwhelmed moms are looking for encouragement, they can find me. Every month, I give away one of my favorite books and a Starbucks card to a lucky winner. All you have to do to enter is write a review or tag me in social media when you share an episode. See you next Sunday, gorgeous.